in my room, like the family room, and a female headless horseman like came into the market, and like I was joking and said that I wonder what horseman sex is, and before we know it, like we're in my room with a headless female horseman, and she's having sex with another person with a guy from the market. This is fucking hilarious. Like, I don't even know what the fuck. Like, apparently, she magically came clothed and, like, kicked him in the penis. And said, "Don't touch my head, you'll die." Slapped him with her barren foot. I don't even know. Like, this is fucking hilarious. I don't even know how to express how fucking funny this is. And meanwhile, we're like over in the other chat. I just like like I don't understand. Like, she came into the room and got naked and bent over my couch and then waited for him, and then now we're just asking random odd questions. Apparently, he's holding his junk and falling to his knee. I don't. I just told him he kicked her. This isn't the mutilation he was talking about. She said, "Get over it. I ain't having sex with none of y'all." Like, the whole conversation started because they came into the room to troll. And then I was like, how in the world would you have sex with a headless horsewoman? And and so we got nosy and then had him like ask her and then so we could watch? Like, this is so funny. Now, Dolly, she has to come in to see what's going on. Let's see if we can call her. Damn it. Like, I'm done. Okay, she just casually groaned with her phone dead and turned it back into his shadows before looking at the disappointed crowd. What? How do Dahalas? Fucked. We don't. Dahalas do not reproduce. We are born from the shadows and the mist. The only reason why I screw guys is to collect their spemen, which I use for potion, and to toy their emotions before running away. Now we're begging her to like show us and make potions. Like the weird shit that we do on here. Now she's saying she's not some side attraction. Oh, Dolly's about to say something. I just told her I have a box of souls she can have if she does. And yes, we're all sit around like my dinner table in the family house. So she just said, I already collected those, and I do not consume food or drink. Severed head. I just told she couldn't have collected those, and because the box was sealed with a magic spell. With a spell. And the Wigga says, consume his dick, it's not a food. so funny. Like, okay, she's arguing with me, and she's trying to say she's a fairies. And he just said, well, you said you gave birth, but you don't reproduce, which makes no sense. Like, basically what she's basing her character off of is an Irish mythology, but she has her information wrong. Because they are the spirits of humans that have been, like, evilly enchanted, is basically what they are. Like, I'm gonna pull it up, like. Like, I may already have it pulled up, actually. It is a headless rider, usually on the back of a horse, who carries his or own head and one arm. Usually the Dohalia is male, but there are some female versions. The head and the mouth. Okay. Eyes constantly moving and can cross. In the dark, it's not as flesh as head. Does stop riding. Reference. Yeah, you're not like it's part of Celtic mythology, but they are not a fairy creature. They live amongst okay, there's like references to movies. It was never okay, it's a type of Valkyrie. Like okay, shh. I want to make sure I spell it right, so I'm going to copy it because I suck it.
Mommy, I like to see you.
Go on, baby.
I got him something.
See, I don't think she realizes that.
I've been born.
so funny. She's like, I want the source. Wow. Sometimes they can and sometimes they can't. I don't have control over that. That's the actual server that does that. I usually have to read it. You're killing me. Really? Like, and so you know, I just owned her on her information because you all saw me pulling up everything so you could read it. And if you didn't know, Celtic folklore is almost exactly the same as Viking folklore because the Irish islands were they're kind of all I don't know how to explain it, but if you look up Viking history and read it in depth, it actually explains all that. Um, they got their mythology from the Vikings. From, as you know, Vikings, you know, took ships and they raided, and they actually had a populace there, and that's just something happened at some point where they become Irish and Celtic, but it's all derived from the same forms of mythology, and the stories are somewhat similar up into a point, and then they kind of change a little. But the horseman thing is actually a type of Valkyrie, and they were born of blood and bone. They are not a fairy creature. They did live among the fairy creatures, but they are not a fairy creature. They were once human, and they were warriors, or I can't even say it. male or female warriors who had fallen and died, and they are honored in being Valkyries. And in this case, they would collect the souls of the dead, usually, or if or they were used to well, if you've seen the movies, they usually go after others. They can be manipulated into going after humans, or used in war in some manner. Fairy tales, the movies, they all show it in some way or form. Some of it might be a little off, some of it might not. That was quite amusing. That was one non-boring combo.